And my next example of an effective leadership tool will hopefully help you to do that. Coaching Forward is a technique I learned just in March through the Pacific Institute, and not only can it help elevate the leader in you, okay, but it can stop us from going down memory lane so much. So Coaching Forward is basically what its name implies. You're focused on the next time. So when an employee does something unwanted, or you can also apply this to yourself, you focus on the next time. Now, what do we do as people? When somebody else makes a mistake, or we make a mistake, what do? Oh, we review it, we analyze it, we rehash it, we dissect it, bisect it. We study that thing until we can do it perfectly again, over and over and over again. That's what we have a natural tendency to do. Coaching Forward helps break that pattern. And now you may be wondering, like I did, well, wait a minute. If I just focus on what they're going to do the next time, how do I get them to realize they made a mistake? Got to talk about it, don't we? Don't we have to analyze that and review it? Just 48 hours after I learned about this technique, I got an opportunity to use it. And I had the same question that you did. And here's what I found out by using it. As you say to the person, okay, what are you going to do the next time? How can you do things different in the future? Now, they necessarily reflect on the previous experience. Reflect. They don't get stuck on the mistake. They don't focus and dwell on the mistake. They look at it, but the focus, the emphasis, the attention is on what they're going to do the next time. As leaders, as we shift our focus to the next time, here's one of the things that happen. We automatically free our employees and empower them to be more proactive in changing their behaviors. And ultimately, hopefully, improving performance. Coaching Forward leaves the employee thinking forward of how to do things differently, resulting in better performance, different outcomes. If you're not using Coaching Forward, I highly recommend that you do. Now, I had my first full-blown experience with Coaching Forward a couple months ago. I had to have a talk with an employee. And the more I thought about the circumstances surrounding why we had to have a talk, I started heading back. I went back for that bag. I went back to memory lane. I picked it up. And I started dragging it, and then I'd remember, oh, wait, I don't do that anymore. Old habits being hard to break. I started going back. This went on for days. All the way up until about 2 hours before the meeting, the talk. What happened then? I went for my daily walk, and I said to myself, Robin, what are you doing? You're making this too hard. This is what you're going to do. You're going to use Coaching Forward, okay? You're going to stay calm. You're going to stay focused on preserving the relationship. You're going to stay focused on what you want to see happen the next time. So once I got myself together by reining in those unwanted, unproductive thoughts of the past and how things have been before, I got a hold of myself and I shifted my attention to the leader I said I wanted to be. So what happened? Called in, started the meeting. Now it started off a little bumpy. But I stayed calm, I stayed focused on next steps. I emphasized with the employee, not the unwanted behavior, but what he needed to do the next time. And unlike previous meetings when I had to give that corrective feedback, I left this meeting energized. I was excited. I called my supervisor. I said, "Oh man, this was great. This was great. I feel fantastic. It was a great meeting." 2 days later, I had to meet with that crew member again. And instead of being a little nervous or hesitant about it, I was excited. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for another opportunity to demonstrate the leader I said I wanted to be. And that was being there, showing up for the crew in a way that they could trust, being consistent, listening. It was exhilarating. Now, instead of looking at difficult situations, I look at them as pure opportunities. When I have to speak to the crew now, and some of them know this because I've used it on them and told them I was using it on them. Now I look forward to it. Using Coaching Forward, just that simple tool of taking that on, has given me a completely different insight on how I view the corrective part, the growth part of leadership, of being a leader. It's exciting. They're opportunities for growth, they're not difficulties. And it's important, I'll throw this in, it's important the words that we use, because words form the foundations for our thoughts. Thoughts lead to actions. But going backwards, our actions go back to the words that we use. So I don't have difficult employees. I don't have difficult situations. I'm not difficult. They're all opportunities. They're all opportunities. I highly recommend that you use that if you don't already.